Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video here on how to fish care and aquaponics gardening. Here I've just got some bluegill and red ear in this aquaponics greenhouse backyard pond. I'm throwing in there some tuna fish and they love that. They love tuna fish. Canned tuna fish in water, not in oil because that, will dirty your water. But in canned tuna fish in spring water, you can see they just devour it. Got the bluegills here, they're doing good. The red ears, they're doing great. I introduced gravel, and so they like that gravel bed. And I still have those black flower pots, plastic pots with rocks in them to keep them down. And you can see they like to kind of hide out. Those are their hideouts, their hides. They like to hide in those little flower pots all around this gravel bed. And then I'm just chucking in small pinches of albacore tuna fish. It's high protein. That's a source of good protein for them. It's going to boost their growth rate and also can condition them for breeding if you're interested in that. Brings out their colors, makes them healthier, keeps them healthier. I do feed them the high protein, high quality cichlid pellets, which are real good. They have all the vitamins and minerals, everything that the bluegills need. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you picked up any tips or enjoy it in any way, find it helpful, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. That really helps me. Just like all the YouTubers say, subscribe to my channel, help this channel grow. I enjoy making these videos and showing this footage, being able to show this footage to you guys, people that like to keep fish, aquariums, backyard ponds, native species. I always watch videos like that online and see what other guys are doing. And so subscribe to my channel, give this video a like. That really helps. I really appreciate it. So now they've finished that tuna fish, you can see, and everyone's kind of retreated back into their hides. You've got a bluegill over there on that gravel bed to the right, and that red ear back to the left in that pot, kind of hiding out. I did put some big plastic plants in there, as you can see over here to the left, the big plastic plants. It helps reduce the stress. We know bluegills and all the different sunfish are from the cichlid family. Bass, they're from the cichlid family, so they are territorial and they're aggressive. They like to establish that hierarchy of dominance. And so if you give them some shelters, some places to hide, black plastic pots, held down by rocks or gravel, and plastic plants. I think they do like this gravel bed. It seems like it mimics more of their natural habitat. And every time I've dropped the camera in here, it seems like they're a little less stressed. They're a little more calm and feel more comfortable, I think, and at ease at home with a gravel bed in some part of your backyard pond or aquarium, whatever you set up. And every once in a while you see they'll just dart into the center of this gravel bed, and the bluegill over there to the left is the king. So every once in a while he'll make a pass like no one goes here. And but you see the bluegills and the red ears are just kind of all around in their hideouts just around this gravel bed. And so I do find the tuna fish, I recommend that. Like I said, it gives them a protein boost, and it's like, you know, natural protein meat, as opposed to just dried pellets, which are good for day in and day out, but to give them a treat once or a couple times a week, they definitely enjoy it a lot more. And like I said, it helps boost their growth, helps, I think, keep them healthier. And you know, I caught all these guys from a local pond here in Oklahoma. Now we're getting into November, first week of November. So temperature is starting to dip. And this will be the first winter that I take this system through. It's, like I said, it's a backyard pond that's actually enclosed in a greenhouse, an Aquaponics organic greenhouse. And so I do have some thermal protection for it. I did go ahead and put in an aquarium heater. And so kind of getting ready for the winter. The coldest it's gotten, I think, was down into the 30s the other night. Dipped real low. We had a cold front come in. But mostly it's been in the 50s. There's a week that it went down into the 40s. And so to keep them healthy and keep their immune system as healthy as it can be, that slime coat, you see, like when you go to the pet store, you'll see the water conditioners, and some of them say that slime coat for fish. You can do that natural sea salt, like I was saying before in a couple other videos, is kind of a preventative thing, keep them healthy. A little bit of sea salt in the water. Like they are cichlids. You do see them going after each other, kind of establishing that territory. They might nip each other's fins. They might lock jaws, get an abrasion. And so that little bit of sea salt, not iodinized sea salt, the one's non-iodinized, no iodine in it. And that, you know, will help with that coat. That slime coat that they have helps heal quicker. If they, you know, something with their fin or an abrasion. Whoa, there was a little battle. Territorial thing right there. Yeah, they're going for it. But yeah, if they get any kind of injury or scrape or whatever, that helps them heal quicker. And that little bit of sea salt prevents different, you know, ailments and things on their exterior. So I recommend that. And I've done that with these guys, and they're doing well. When I first caught them, I had them in tanks, indoor tanks. And I wanted to monitor them. You know, when you first kind of put it in isolation, when you get a new fish, especially wild caught. And just monitor them, check their health. They are a lot more skittish than cichlids that you'd buy at the pet store. But once I monitored them for several months, and I saw they were all good, I, little by little, introduced them to this backyard pond. And they've adapted real well. I trained them on pellets. Initially, they would just go after live earthworms, and then I would break those into pieces. And then I started introducing them, trained them on pellets. And I found the best way to train them on pellets is don't throw a bunch of pellets in there, but throw the pellets one at a time. And you cause them to break the surface. As soon as those pellets hit the water, it will break the surface, and that's going to attract them, because they're attracted to that, predatory prey kind of instinct. So when they see that pellet just hit the water, that's the time they're going to be attracted to it, and that's the time they're going to go for it. So, I'll take a handful of pellets, and then one by one, I'll just throw it into the tank. And as soon as it breaks the surface, they'll be attracted to it. Just kind of wait until they go after it. And it takes a little while, but that's the best way that I found to get them trained on pellets. Because, naturally they're not going to just go after just something sitting there, floating on the water. But if you throw it at the surface, it breaks the surface, then they're going to be attracted to that. Just like if you threw a lure in, or you had a jig, or like a worm or something, you were jerking through the water. That motion, that sudden motion, that twitch is what they go after by instinct. And so when you throw that pellet in, that's going to train them to, think it's live and go after that pellet. So did that for a couple weeks, got them trained on pellet food. And once they were kind of like stable, healthy, doing well, eating, normal behavior, then I transferred him out here to the backyard pond. Now he's just going grazing on the gravel there, cleaning up any scraps of the tuna fish that have fell. And, but you can see how they're just, the way that they're moving through the water is just, they're not stressed out. They're doing good. They're just kind of in their natural state. And so, like I said, as it's getting colder, I have put in some aquarium heaters. And the temperature right now here in November, it's getting down to like 50s at night. And the water temperature is staying around 70, 71, 72. So that's good. I'm sure even with the aquarium heaters, it's going to drop down at some point at the coldest part of the winter. But, as long as I can keep it, relatively as the warmest I can, Once you go down 2 feet, this is an in-ground pond, so it's like 55 degrees. And I do have that the thermal panels on the surface of the water, so that's helping retain that temperature, and, keeping it as much as I can as like a thermal layer on the surface. And so that's going to help me. But I'll monitor it. I'll let you guys know how the temperature goes through the winter here in Oklahoma. And right in the center there, you see kind of that bluish thing right in the middle there. That's the filter media, AC, heat and AC filter pad is all that is. It's a washable filter pad, the one that's like that plastic material. It's a washable AC filter, but it's the perfect media for growing beneficial bacteria in an aquarium or pond. And so I've got 2 pond pumps in the bottom here in planters. They're both in planters. One's in a bucket where I've drilled holes into it so water can drain in and out. And then I just have those pumps wrapped in this washable AC filters material. And so that protects my pumps and also creates a amazing place for the beneficial bacteria to grow. Really, this whole thing is like a beneficial bacteria farm colony where I've got, I don't know how many square inches of beneficial bacteria growing. And this water is pumped up, like I've said before, and it goes into these grow towers where it's basically like a hydroponic grow tower. And that water trickles over the roots of the plants. And then in different parts of this system, then they all drain down into drains, and I have the drains pouring back into the pond, and they are a little bit elevated above the surface of the water in the pond, so that creates like a waterfall effect, which that's aerates, and that provides oxygen for the fish and the beneficial bacteria to grow in that little waterfall effect. And so this whole system is just PVC pipes, pumps up from the pump and then goes to the top of the grow towers. The water trickles past the roots in the grow towers. I've got spinach, I've got cilantro, I've got lettuce, green bell peppers, arugula, watercress. I even have some, tropical house plants, some jade plants. I've got one aloe plant growing. It does real good. I'll make another video where I'll show all the different kinds of vegetables and plants that I have growing in this system. But throughout the plumbing in different places, I have that washable AC filter media, and I'm trying to create as large of a beneficial bacteria colony farm as possible, because that is going to help with any variations I have in water parameters or anything at all. The larger beneficial bacteria colony I have, that will help me biologically deal with any issues or imbalances that might arise. So that's another thing. That material there, you can, that's just a tip that I'll, share with you. But this open space has really done well. I think they really like that. So guys, if you enjoy this video, watching this footage, and like to set up something like this, picking up any tips, like I said, please like this video. That helps me out a lot. Subscribe to my channel. Send some comments. Put some comments in. Ask questions that you have. I'll be glad to answer them the best that I can. If you're setting up an aquarium, a native species aquarium, a backyard pond, maybe you want to get into aquaponics, organic gardening, using your tank or your pond as a source of fertilizer for a garden. Shoot any questions my way. Give me some comments there, and I'll be glad to respond. So I appreciate you all tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed this footage. And you guys have a real good day, and watch out for my next video. I'll be coming out with here in about a week, the update on how these guys are doing. Y'all have a real good day.